The Love is Blind series is evil, and I'm here to tell you why I think it's evil. If you don't know the Love is Blind show, which I think most everybody knows the show or has at least heard of the show, it's where people are isolated in these different pods and they have these so-called dates. They're not really dates, but like there's a partition between them. They can't see each other and they just talk and ask each other questions, try to learn about each other, and then after that, they will pick one another, whoever they want to be proposed to. So the proposal aspect of it is the first time, well, they propose, but then they meet. And then that's the first time they ever see each other is these walls come out and there's a hallway and they walk towards each other. And that is the first time that they actually see each other. Now, I'm going to go back to where the people are picked for the show. Okay. And this is why I think it's evil. It's not right. They will have several of the women that I think most people would deem to be like 8, 9s, and 10s. I mean, we're talking like model beauty. We're talking thin, we're talking fit, we're talking perfect hair, perfect makeup, perfect face, perfect body. I mean, they are gorgeous, gorgeous people. I understand why they do this, because people like to watch pretty people. So I understand that part of it. And then the other part of it is they want to throw a few in there, both men and women, that are still conventionally attractive, but are not 8s, 9s, and 10s. They're more like 6s, 7s, like above average, but not nearly to that, 9, 10 mark, okay? And they throw these people in, I totally believe, on purpose, because they know that there will be a reaction from the other person that's probably not going to be the greatest. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's not going to be something that's a good experience. And then, they feel like they have to get to know this person. But you can tell right off the bat, okay, every single time. And I believe this is totally detrimental to the other person, whether it's male or female, their ego, their self-esteem. I think it's terrible. I think it's something that they'll have to live with forever, okay? The bad thing is, like, they'll walk out towards each other, like, you can tell if one of them's like, oh, hi, and the other person's like walking towards them, trying to give them a big hug. They're totally excited, right? You can tell that one person is not into it. That's usually how it goes. And there's usually at least one, if not two couples that they purposefully do this to. So they end up, going on, usually after everybody's proposed to, they put everybody together. So then they can see the other people that maybe they turned down for this person. They're like, oh, I was talking to that girl, or oh, I was talking to that guy. I'm much more attracted to them, but they're not the person I chose. Somebody else chose them. So you get that kind of envy and jealousy and, oh, I made the wrong choice, which then in turn makes them want to turn against the person they chose even more. And it's just so obvious throughout the show. It gets to be so awkward and you feel so bad for the other person because they are trying to make this work and failing miserably. And also another thing that I have noticed, it's happened several times in the show, and it was just a man that did it both times that I witnessed, that they will tell the woman, you're not typically my type, meaning I don't like you, I'm not attracted to you. Like one of them was like, well, I traditionally go for skinny women. And this woman wasn't big by no means, but she wasn't the 0 or 2 that the other women were. Maybe she was like a size 6 or something, not big, okay? But in comparison to the other women, he's not attracted to her. So he will say, oh, well, I generally like slimmer women, which the fact that the man would even say that is disgusting and freaking rude. Did nobody teach you any manners? You don't have to go into it that deep, okay? You just say, hey, I'm not really attracted yet. I'm hoping attraction will build. Something like that. Something decent and nice. Not something to slam this other person that now they have to live with this being on national TV forever and having people in the real world go, oh my God, I can't believe he said that to you. And then you got to relive it all the time. So, but anyways, they will tell a woman that and then still want physical intimacy because they'll put it anywhere, okay? It doesn't matter. If they think that they can have a physical experience with a woman, they're not going to really care that maybe they're not totally attracted to her, but they still just want to do it, okay? There was one man that was being physically intimate with this woman and made her promise to not tell that they were being physically intimate. Of course, it came out later, and it's like, lady, what are you doing? You have no self-respect. He's telling you not to tell, but yet you're still letting him have access to your body. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Women, don't ever do that. If someone is ashamed of you and doesn't want to parade you around like you're, a princess, no, absolutely not. Do not let him have access to you if he's saying and doing and treating you like this. So it's just absolutely disgusting. And I know that some of the men have been rejected too based on their looks, and I feel just as bad for them. They still have to go home, and everybody is going to want to talk to them about their failed relationship and how the other person wasn't attracted to them, and it's just going to hurt over and over and over. My thing is, the Love is Blind people do this on purpose for ratings. They never think about, okay, this is a detriment to this person's ego, their self-esteem. They're going to have to live with this and having it brought up in their face over and over and over for however long probably forever, because the series is very popular. And they just do not care about the other person's mental health. They just want the ratings. And they're getting it time and time and time again. Now, I have never heard anybody else talk about this. I'm sure other people, content creators, have talked about this. I just haven't seen it. So I am definitely not a regular Love is Blind watcher. You know, I may start the series and not even finish the series. I may skip a series altogether, like season altogether. I might watch it from beginning to end, but I'm definitely not a regular watcher because I have noticed this and I'm so disgusted by it. So I know this is a long one, but I want to know what you guys' feelings are. Have you ever thought about this before? Have you noticed it like I have? Or do you think that it's just a natural selection of people and that they're not doing this on purpose? Please let me know. Love you guys. Bye.